Welcome back into the channel, my friends. It's your boy Steve from Straight Fire Picks, back with your best bets from Major League Baseball here for you today on Thursday, July 24, 2025. MLB player props, run lines, totals, nerfies, as always. 3 picks in the video. Let's lock in and get this sweep.
Well, my presence isn't real. It's another bad one like this is scale. It's straight fire. All my bets straight from. You're in the house that cat made now. Straight fire.
As always, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button for me. Always appreciate that. On the road to 10,000 subscribers. As always, I really do appreciate all of your guys' support. You guys absolutely rock. Let's have a huge day today here on baseball, like we did yesterday. What did we do yesterday? Quick recap. We brought out the broom, guys. We love to see it. We got that 3-0 sweep. We love to see it. Plus 3.25 units. Absolutely terrific day for us in baseball. It wasn't the easiest 3-0 sweep in the world, but we did get it. We got the Red Sox money line. They were down 4-0 early, and they came back, rallied, and ended up winning 9-8 in extra innings. So difference was the bullpen there, which was great. Red Sox, obviously, as we told you guys yesterday, had a much better bullpen than the Phillies, and that ended up playing out that way. So that was pretty cool. Manny Machado over 1.5 bases. This was not too bad. He ended up going 2 for 4 at the plate, 2 hits. We kind of mentioned that's probably the way that he would get 2 bases, because if you looked at the history off Alcantara, 7 for 12 off of him, 7 singles. He ended up getting 2 singles yesterday, so no real surprises there. And then our hit out parlay ended up just being an outs parlay because Alex Bregman did not start. He did pinch hit, so if you had FanDuel, you might have gotten screwed on that. I'm not sure. I don't ever play those on FanDuel, so I don't recommend you guys to either. But we had Patrick Corbin under 17.5 outs. He finished with 17 right on the hook. They pulled him just before the end of the 6th inning, so we got a little fortunate there. Honestly, I didn't particularly think we were going to cash that because Corbin actually pitched really well last night. And it's kind of like we said yesterday, guys. You could pitch terrific and still not get 6 innings pitched, right? That's one of the things that I was kind of talking about yesterday. That's why I like these under and outs, especially at 17.5 in particular spots because of that. So obviously that worked out. And like I said, Bregman did pinch hit, but he didn't start. So most books honor the fact that if he doesn't start, he just gets voided, which is what happened for us because we had him on Fanatics. Fanatics, DraftKings, that works the same there. Like I said on FanDuel, they're shady about that. If he pinch hits, they'll count it. So don't ever take those plays on FanDuel. I never do. I never recommend it. So please don't ever do that. But it's your life. You do what you want to do. I'm just telling you, we don't ever do that stuff on FanDuel. In fact, I don't play much in the way of baseball on FanDuel at all. Just being honest. I don't like the way they run their baseball. I just don't. Aside from that, though, like I said, great day in baseball for us. 3-0 sweep, 3.25 units. Love to see it. Comet cappers, we had Tevin Herndon calling Jesus Luzardo over 6.5 strikeouts. Cashes that. We'd love to see it, guys. Great call out there from Tevin. Another great call out. He had a call out in our last video as well. So, great day for us, guys. We come out of the All-Star break, our first day betting out of the All-Star break, and we make over 3 units. It's definitely the way we wanted to kick that off. Hopefully, we keep things moving in the right direction and get into the black. Like I said, we're starting to get close. We're in the single digits as far as the losses go in the unit count. So hopefully we keep that moving in the right direction for you guys. And we can finish this baseball season strong heading into football season. So I'm super excited about that. Last thing I'll mention is any links that you guys need here at the channel are down below in the pinned comment and the description in regards to merchandise, membership, and social media links, all down below. Membership, you get access to all of our picks early. I post them up for all our MVPs as soon as I'm done with the notes in the morning. So just keep that in mind. And then, like I said, you can check out our merchandise store. This is one of our featured items on there. The Alan the Bear shirt. So we brought him out here today. And then, obviously, our social media. Make sure you guys follow us there. All right, aside from that, that's going to do it for that. Let's get right into our picks today. Let's get another 3-0 sweep. Let's get right into our picks here. At number 1, we're going Yu Darvish. Under 15.5 outs. Parlay with Nolan Arenado to get a base hit. Plus 125 odds here on Fanatics. Risking a unit here. Yu Darvish on the Padres. Arenado on the Cardinals. So, This is the same game, so obviously it correlates. Hopefully, obviously, Arenado could get a hit and help knock Darvish out of the game. Darvish so far under in all 3 starts this season. He has not pitched particularly well this season yet. He's 0-2 with a 6.08 ERA and 1.50 WHIP this season. They haven't let him throw a lot of pitches. What I actually liked is his pitch count went down in his last start. I like seeing that. It means they're not necessarily progressing him. He went from 83 pitches to 69 in his last outing, so I do like seeing that. He has not had a good season so far. 0-2, 6.08 ERA, 1.50 WHIP, like mentioned. So obviously, we like seeing that. He's on the road here versus this Cardinals team, where we've taken this Cardinals team versus pitchers and had success. I believe we did it the last Atlanta Braves starter. When the Braves played the Cardinals on the road, we took the Braves starter to go under, and that happened very easily. So we love seeing that, and also the Nationals, I believe, as well. So I really like the spot again. Cardinals are pretty solid at drawing walks of late. They're 9th in walk rate versus righty pitching over the last 15 games, so I like seeing that. So hopefully we get Darvish's pitch count up and get him out of the game. Arenado's also had great success off of Darvish, going 4 for 10 off of him since 2021. There's a few guys in this lineup that have had success versus him. Wilson Contreras, 2 for 7 off of him since 2021 as well. It's a 286 average, so we like seeing that. So I think, again, this is a good spot here to, hopefully we can get the Darvish and get him out. And we need Arenado to kind of be in the middle of that. So we can see Arenado, though. He's got a hit 60% of games this season, 64% at home. A little bit better at home now, which I like. Typically, I will say this. Usually I look for the metrics to be closer to 70% for the hit, but I do love that history off of Darvish. 4 for 10, a 400 average, and 10 at bats. I think that's pretty good. I can get behind that. Like I said, I love that we have Darvish on the road here. I think, not even on his comfortable mound, has yet to pitch well this season. We're going to put him to the test once again. His pitching line is low, 15.5, and for good reason. The books still think he's going to go under. He is juiced to the under. Obviously that's what we got Arenado to get a hit. But I think if Darvish gets out of this game, I think there's a good chance Arenado's in the middle of that. He's had the most success off of Darvish. It would make sense for Arenado to be a part of that. So hopefully that happens early. We'd love to see that happen early. So love that for number 1 pick, though, guys. We got you, Darvish, under 15.5 outs. Parlay with Nolan Arenado to get a base hit. Plus 125 odds here on Fanatics. Okay, and at number 2, we got Nick Kurtz over 1.5 bases here for the Sacramento Athletics. Plus 110 odds on Fanatics. I don't know if they're the Sacramento Athletics, the Oakland Athletics, Las Vegas Athletics. I don't know. I always see Sacramento when I leave a list because that's where they play in that AAA park, so we'll call them the Sacramento Athletics. But in either case, Nick Kurtz here, guys, over in 8 of his last 10 games is 2 bases land, so that's obviously very good. He's a career 1 for 3 off this starter, Jason Alexander, today with a double. Alexander, a bullpen pitcher that's starting to get starts now. So far, it has not worked out well for him. He is 1-0 with an 8.40 ERA, a 1.80 WHIP this season. He has not pitched well at all. He's allowing a 281 average to lefty bats, which Nick Kurtz is. Like I said, if you're looking for the hottest hitter in baseball, we found him. Nick Kurtz is 13 for his last 26 at the plate with a 1.192 slugging in his last 7 games. This guy is the definition of scorching at the plate right now, and he's doing it with power, which is what we love to see. Obviously, he's hitting home runs. He's hitting doubles. His last game, he had a double. He's got 3 home runs during this stretch. He's doing it with, that's why, initially I was going to take him for a hit. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense to do that because this guy's doing nothing but hitting doubles and homers right now, which means we should take his bases line for plus value. It's an easy call in my book. But we've seen him. He doesn't hit well versus lefty pitching, but he's up against the righty pitcher today where he's hitting 309 versus righty pitchers, 679 slugging for the season. Those are terrific numbers. Those are like pretty close to Aaron Judge slugging numbers. Hitting almost 700 at this point in the season slugging versus righty pitching. Obviously, this is what I'm talking about. the dude is not just hitting singles, he's hitting doubles and homers, which we'd love to see that. So really love his spot today, guys. I think Nick Kurtz goes over. Love it there for number 2 pick. We got Nick Kurtz over 1.5 bases here for the Sacramento Athletics, plus 110 odds here on Fanatics. Okay, and finally at number 3, we're going Toronto Blue Jays money line here versus the Detroit Tigers, plus 110 odds on Caesars. Now, if you guys look at this game, you're like, well, you got one of the hottest teams in the Blue Jays versus one of the coldest teams in the Tigers. That's not specifically why I love the bet. It is definitely part of it. But I really love that we have Eric Lauer on the mound with plus value. It just doesn't make sense for him to be plus value right now with the way these two teams are playing, heading in opposite directions. Eric Lauer, though, for the Blue Jays, guys, 5-2, 2.80 ERA, 0.97 WHIP this season, a 3.00 road ERA with a 1.18 WHIP. So, obviously, you want to look at his road splits and make sure that he's doing solid on the road, which he has. His numbers on the road are very comparable to what he does at home. He's been pretty consistent overall. Those are pretty close numbers. Whereas Reese Olson for the Tigers, same type of deal. This guy has pitched well as well. He's 4-3 with a 2.71 ERA, a 1.19 WHIP this season, a 2.30 home ERA with a 1.28 WHIP, a 255 batting average allowed. So I will say this about Olson. The WHIP is a little high, especially for that type of an ERA, which means he's gotten out of a lot of trouble. And he's allowing a pretty high average. I tend to think that if he does that versus this Blue Jays team, he would have more of a chance to pay. If you put runners, in scoring position versus the Blue Jays team, a lot of times they're going to make you pay, especially of late. The Blue Jays guys, 3rd in WRC plus versus right-handed pitching over the last 30 games. So like seeing that. Whereas on the other side, the Tigers just 18th in WRC plus versus lefty pitching over the last 30 games. So this really, to me, we could cancel out the pitchers, I think. I think if you look at the pitching, you could be like, well, you could say that it's a wash. They could go either way with Lauer and Olson. As far as lineups go, that's a pretty easy call, right? Definitely a big edge right now for the Blue Jays. Like I said, right now with this lineup. And the way the Tigers are playing is not inspiring confidence. They've lost 9 of 10 games. They're up against this Jays team. Like I said, they're probably the hottest team in baseball at 16-4 in the last 20. Just saw the Tigers get swept by the Pirates. I'm sorry, guys. I'm willing to fade them. I'm willing to take a shot at fading them here. I took the Tigers personally on Sunday night when they had Tariq Skubal on the mound. I said they bounced back after that 6-game losing streak, and they easily could have lost that game. They ended up pulling it out, but just looking at their lineup is just lacking something right now. They're just not getting clutch hits. They're not producing a lot of runs, and even their bullpen has been shaky as well. So it's just been a mess right now in Detroit. I'm hoping they turn around at some point, just not today. I do happen to like the Tigers a little bit, but I think they're going to have a tough time today. So love it there for number 3 pick, guys. Going Toronto Blue Jays money line here versus the Detroit Tigers, plus 110 odds here on Caesars. All right, guys, that is going to do it for our picks. If you guys enjoyed the content, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Like I said, great day in baseball yesterday. We need to keep that going. We've had really a nice little stretch here. Outside of that 0-4 day that we had in the previous, the last video that we did before the All-Star break, we were on, we had made 8 or 9 units in a 3-day span. Then we hit that one day, and then we bounced right back. So we're still up a decent bit of units, over the last, 5 videos that we've done. We're up close to 8 units. So hopefully we keep that going and really get the momentum going here in baseball. So I appreciate all of you guys. Let's have a big day today. Drop your favorite pick below. Check out all of our links below. Anything you guys are interested in. Outside of that, that will do it for me. And you guys stay classy, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.